Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Matthew. Thank you for joining. In the last video, I showed you the divergences between gold, silver, and Bitcoin as far as market size goes, and looking at the trend lines there. Now I just want to zoom in on price, gold versus Bitcoin. These are very similar trends and very similar movements, of course, but we're just looking at the per unit price. And for gold, we're going to do a little bit differently. I'm going to start with gold as aggressively as I can for drawing a trend line for gold. And that is, of course, ignoring the 20-year bear market before 1999 and starting precisely at this nadir of about July 21st, 1999, gold bottomed at $252.90 an ounce. Now, this goes all the way out till today. Date of this recording, October 3rd, 2024, $2,646 an ounce. So, conveniently, interestingly, we are at 10x price change from gold in about 25 years here. Okay, so this is pretty aggressive because, as I said, price was going down from 1980 until this point. So if we just do a trend line from this point to, basically looking at all the pricing data here from July 1999 until today, that trend line is going to look like this. So see, we're well above trend in 2011, then we went sideways to down until basically today. Last year, gold has been screaming again to all-time highs at $2,600 an ounce. Now we're going to look at Bitcoin. Now, of course, Bitcoin is already an order of magnitude more even than gold at $60-some thousand per Bitcoin. So rather than clutter the chart here on the left side, the left axis, I'm going to show Bitcoin now on the right side, the right axis. Okay, I'm going to put Bitcoin price up. Now, we're on linear scale here. Both axes are on linear scale. So we see Bitcoin price exploded beyond people's imagination here in 2013, up to $1,300 a Bitcoin, $20,000 a Bitcoin in 2017, $60,000 a Bitcoin in 2021, twice. Now we're back up again here. Okay, this is a different axis, right-hand axis, Bitcoin price, $100,000 per Bitcoin. Now I'm actually going to take the gold trend off even. Okay, so we just have gold price in green, Bitcoin price in orange. Taking a moment to remind you that this show is brought to you by Trezor, home of the original Bitcoin hardware wallet. For over 10 years now, Trezor means business in Bitcoin security and functionality. When using their wallet software Trezor Suite to connect to the Bitcoin network, you're automatically connected via Tor, protecting your identity and giving you full control of your coins in a fully open source manner, both on the software level and on the hardware level. So head on over to Trezor.io to grab your brand new Trezor Safe 5 with a secure element, as well as a ton of available accessories to back up your keys and keep your coins safe. I'm going to draw the power trend now for Bitcoin, and let's see how that looks. Focus on the right-hand axis, okay? Now, this trend line is projected out until the end of the decade, really the start of the next, December 31st, 2030. And it's based on pricing data from May 22nd, 2010. Okay, Bitcoin pizza day. Okay, so we had a $100,000 max on the right-hand axis. When you put the trend line up, it gets to 600,000. And now let's put the gold trend line back, exponential. We're looking at the left axis now for the green gold price. Let's put the exponential trend line up here. Okay, so the axis there went up from $3,000 to $5,000. So this shows you, this is statistics. This isn't trend line trading analysis. This is statistics. And you can see here, based on the coefficients, based on the math, the way the scales of the right and left-handed axes change when we add the trend line. So I think that's interesting. Gold, as I've stated many times, is an exponential trend. How do we know it's exponential? Well, if we put it on log scale, it becomes a straight line. Okay, so you see that straight line there for the gold trend now on log scale, left axis, we go to a straight line. And what is the slope of that curve? Again, using the most aggressive, picking the absolute nadir of the bear market in July 1999, and then starting our trend line analysis. What is the slope of this curve? It's about 9%. 9% per year compounded. Okay. Now Bitcoin, we're still here on linear scale with this more parabolic looking trend line, a power regression now. Now power regression is different than exponential. If we put the right axis, the Bitcoin axis here on log scale, how's the power trend line going to look? And you can see here the parabola obviously changed here on log scale with Bitcoin. Okay, so now it's concave down. It went from concave up on linear scale, okay, concave up to concave down on log scale. What does that mean? Well, it means, of course, as we move up here, proportionately, a power trend line, the rate of increase will decrease, but it happens very slowly. And we can see that this is slowly because it's on log scale, and I'll explain what that rate of increase is. Now look, we're blending it a little bit here. Gold is on the left axis, tops out at $6,000. Bitcoin on the right axis tops out at $100 million, but of course the order of magnitudes are... Let's look again. This is the 1999 trend line till today for gold. We're right on trend. Interesting. Right on trend, about $2,600 an ounce. Bitcoin, as you know, if you've been following the power trend analysis here or on Twitter or elsewhere, where's the Bitcoin price and trend? Price, $60,000. Bitcoin, the solid line. Trend, the dotted line, $81,000 Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, interestingly, is $20,000 under trend, which it has been until, or I should say, from June, and even before that. It only hit trend in February, March, April, May, and then from June started to dip a little bit lower. Okay, so we're actually under the trend value for Bitcoin. All right, now so let's reset the zoom and let's just walk this out until the end of the decade, December 31st, 2030. Okay, so remember, $2,600 gold, $62,000 Bitcoin. By 2028, May, just picking a random date here, $3,600 gold, $268,000 Bitcoin. Let's walk it out until 2030, $4,470 gold, $560,000 Bitcoin. So two different scales here. All right. Obviously, we're looking at the left-hand axis maxes out at $6,000. Right-hand axis, the Bitcoin axis, maxes out at 100 million. Of course, different orders of magnitude. But more importantly, we have an exponential curve, fits gold, and indeed fits most financial markets. With Bitcoin, it's power. We'll say it again and again and again. It's power. We got a 96% R-squared. That means the goodness of fit is tremendous. The price moves around the power trend 96% better, or with less variation, than it would move around the average during that period. So it's a tremendously good fit. And finally, again, even though exponential trends look strong because they continue up at that same compound growth per year, whereas Bitcoin is a proportional growth. As Bitcoin gets bigger, the growth is a little bit smaller. It's proportional. Gold is not like that. Gold is a fixed compound growth. But what is the gold growth rate? If you look at that dotted green line, what's the slope of that trend? Again, from the nadir in 1999 till today, slope of the curve, about 9% per year. With Bitcoin, it's going to change each year. You can see it's going to change, and it's going to be asymptotically smaller. Okay, it was larger here, of course, if you got in 2011, 2012, 2013. But if you just, let's blend it. Let's go from the start until today. Bitcoin peak today until today, $62,000 Bitcoin. What's the slope of the Bitcoin trend line? The orange dotted trend line there. Let's even take out everything else just so we can see it. What is the slope of this? From the start until today, it's about 123% per year. 123% per year is the slope of that curve. And then if we put the Bitcoin price on, where are we here? Okay, obviously here, the slope of this curve, we can just see with our eyes, it's less than the slope of this curve here, which is faster. What is it here? It's growing at about 45% per year compounded, 45% per year. Okay, so more than, or I should say about 5 times the compound growth of this gold trend line and this gold price even going to the nadir of the gold market in July 1999, helping gold as much as we can, not factoring in the 20-year bear that occurred from 1980 to 99-2000. So, different markets, different business models, different trend lines. Gold, like most financial markets, is exponential. Bitcoin, pretty uniquely, is a power trend. And right now, the growth rate is approximately 45% per year. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.